Even if it takes inches off my chest. Buddy, I don't think that's possible. What stat changes? Venomoth is a shadow Pokemon. Yeah. Yet another early game bug type that is mediocre at best. At least it's better than Beedrill and Butterfree, but that's not saying much. Weepin' Bell is also a shadow Pokemon. Okay, so now is when I stop crapping on Gen 1 Pokemon. Weepin' Bell is actually pretty good. It's still nothing fantastic, but it's still pretty decent. Good, all-around good stats. Chlorophyll for an ability, and then you should have a Leaf Stone by now. So getting it to Victory Bell's not the worst thing to happen. If you're looking for a grass type, it's not a bad idea. Not a bad option at all. This is where I stand on the Vileplume versus Victory Bell stance. Victory Bell is better. There's no competition. Ow. Well, that was unfortunate. And Call works in a different way, as you saw. It's a free accuracy boost. Only in the story mode, though. Which brings me to another point. Did you know that in Gen 1, the X accuracy is actually one of... I forgot to buy Ultra Balls. Anyway, the X accuracy is one of the most broken items in the game. Because what happens, and speedrunners take advantage of this, if you use 1X accuracy, it removes the accuracy check from any move you use from now on, until you switch out. That means that Horn Drill no longer has an accuracy check, so it's always guaranteed to hit, and it's a one-hit KO move. Yeah. The only Pokemon that can do anything against Horn Drill are Ghost types. Ah, yes. Continuation of their poor programming in the first generation. It's a running joke at this point. Well, the streak hasn't been broken since it did get broken. That you do. Could probably pile drive me very easily. Keep the max revive for a rainy day. Do I have some normal ones? Yeah. Go ahead and grab this. I forgot that was up here. That, my friends, is Earthquake. Don't think anyone can learn it. Celio can, but it's not really a physical attacker. But it's an option on the table. That's a mixed attacker. Not bad. Okay, now all there's to do is adjust the voltage. Let me see. Where's the system lever, huh? Whoops, I left it on my desk. That's not smart. Oh, hey, that's my system lever. You went and got it for me. Thank you. Wait, who are you anyway? You don't belong here. Darn, if the voltage goes up even a little, the computer controlling this whole facility will shut down. And oh my gosh, if that were to happen, the Shadow Pokemon production software could be destroyed. Let me explain why this is a bad thing out loud for the world to hear. It's still one of the worst tropes to this day. I've already won, ha ha ha, so I'm going to tell you my evil scheme and how to stop it. No. Just don't. Ow. At least you're not a Kingdra. Yet. You know what? I don't do this enough. That's partially why I don't do it. Wahaha, let's do it double the electric types. Also, I will come out and say this. Electric is easily one of my favorite types. I do not really have a specific order. I would have to probably say Dragon, Dark, and Electric. Those are my top 3 favorite types. Poison is in 4th place, and then Fairy's in 5th. Well, I would say Fairy is tied with Water for 5th. Yeah. Ah, yes, the weakest dragon move in the entire series. Also the most forgettable dragon move in the game. I saw this very funny post. It was like, hey, Dragon types, do we have enough moves, Gen 1? Dragon Rage. Nah, you're good. You can't have it. Give back the system lever. What was stopping you from just taking it from me? Legit question. Causing a meltdown. Oops, I think I broke it. Oops. What's going on? The production line stopped. The control computer's not responding. Oh, you're that punk from the SS Libra. You're behind this, aren't you? Oh no, what the blazes? The Shadow Pokemon production software has been deleted. Gorgon gets furious if things don't go his way. He's going to chew me out again. So we had Naps, Eggrog, and Smarten. Those were the peons that appear to be a higher rank than the others. Wing attack's a little more reliable. Again, I quad resist that. Why? Let's see, Wheezing, high physical defense, bad special defense. Let's take advantage of that. Okay, that was close because Smog has one of the highest poison ratios in the game. It does damage if it hits, but it has a 30% chance of poisoning, which is pretty darn high. Chabak is the Shadow Pokemon. Oh, Arbok. Why could you not be better? Why don't you have an evolution or buff or something? Okay, now this thing actually has an interesting move. I don't know if it'll get it off. But it starts, but some Shadow Pokemon start having it. At least we got a cool Cobra Pokemon later in the series. Wow. Okay, so I don't really need to hold back as much, but I'm just going to use the wing attack then. Okay, there. Shadow Half. What this does is it's like Hyper Beam, where whoever the user has to wait a turn to recharge, and what it does is it halves everyone's HP. Unfortunately, you just made it easier for me to catch it here. Because of that. And there's Arbok. Gorgon! Alright, let's save. Where are all my crew? You wiped them out? Every last one? Impossible! One kid took down all those shadow Pokemon we made? Ugh. And wrecking my factory, you smeared dirt all over my good name and standing. Man, he's like Donkey Kong. You've done it now. I'm steaming mad, and there's no forgiving that ever. Be prepared to drop. An Ape Man. Cypher Admin Gorgon. Appears to be the chief engineer of Cypher. You can tell because he wears a wrench. Specifically this wrench. Also, this guy does what Dakeem did in the last game. He uses the Protect Earthquake strategy. Won't be able to get it off, though. Next is Slowking. Jeez, for real? So Lair gets to delay the inevitable. The Slowking's going down. Ursaring is up next. This thing is a beast. Be very careful with it. Of course. Oh boy. Well, that's problematic. Boom. Wasn't enough. You're faster than my Celio. I should have expected that. Well, you killed your own Ursaring. Good job. He even got a crit. Whoops. Primeape is up next, which is also a Shadow Pokemon. Okay, so I've been keeping my final party member under wraps for a while. This is it. This Primeape is the... I believe it has Vital Spirit, so I can't put it to sleep, so... Shockwave shouldn't kill it. Let's get rid of this Lair. Ow! That's part of the reason why. It is one of the fastest fighting-type Pokemon in the series. And it's very broken in Gen 9 because it got an evolution. Hypno is also a Shadow Pokemon. Now, I use Hypno in my Fire Red playthrough. It's okay. It doesn't hit as hard as I would like, but it has a very high special defense. So I gotta like that at least. Also, I believe this thing has Insomnia, so Gardevoir is effectively useless with Sing. Imagine that. Ow. Shadow Storm is a new move as well. It's a stronger version of Shadow Rave. So we've had a stronger version of Shadow Wave and a stronger version of Shadow Rave already. Showing that things are a little bit tougher now. Ow. Yeah, that's why I want this thing. Because if we're even levels and it can lay that much of a smackdown. And when the critical hit betrays me. Wah, wah, wah. Well, alright. We'll have a chance to get it later. Because Mirror B is a thing. It might be for the better, because then we can fight it one-on-one. Alright, go for the Psychic. Let's wait and see. Ah. Well, I can definitely hit it with a Bite, then. That did nowhere near as much as I thought it would. Yeah, I can just keep whittling it down like this. Well, nothing to do but try. It could either have Insomnia or Synchronize. It has Insomnia. Okay. You know, it makes sense that the Hypnosis Pokemon would be immune to going to sleep. Seriously? Wow. This is a pickle. What a fine mess I find myself in. Let's just make sure we don't faint immediately. Yikes. It's a 3-hit KO because it only hits one, because there's no damage roll. Because it only hits one Pokemon instead of two. Well, no extra damage roll, so it's not divided. Okay. So, unfortunately, we have our first failure due to critical hits. Wah! Wah, that's it. You're not getting away with this. No way, no how, no ifs or buts. I'm not taking this. I'll blow up the factory with you in it. Goregon, that is quite enough. Except that you have lost. Master Greevil. We meet again. You do remember me, don't you? Yes, indeed. I am Mr. Varich, or perhaps I should say Greevil, the Grand Master of Cipher. I must say I'm taken aback. I never once imagined that you would destroy our factory. But that's not important. Even though the mass output of Shadow Pokemon has ended, our plan itself is still unharmed. We have already completed XD001's fine-tuning. It now rests with me. XD001? The ultimate Shadow Pokemon that's resistant to purification? Now, I shall prepare for our final plan to activate XD001. Do you honestly think you can stop me? I shall be at Cipher's HQ. It is on Citador Gale, off the coast of Gadeon Port. It is an impregnable fortress that repels all with cruel waves and thick clouds. No one can reach it. Come if you dare. I will enjoy waiting for you. Ho 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 ho. Master Greevil has a wicked sense of humor. No ordinary ship can get close because of the rough seas, and even if you do manage to get on the island, the place will be swarming with trainers carrying the Shadow Pokemon I made. Even though there should be a lot more Shadow Pokemon. If XD001 didn't drop that ship in the desert, we wouldn't have taken so long tuning the Shadow Pokemon. It doesn't matter. There are plenty of Shadow Pokemon to welcome you in style. How many are there? Even I can't tell you that. If I did, it'd floor you. It's just a matter of time before the world belongs to us. You better be ready for it. You know, there's some such thing as being too careless. Let's see, Eradicate, Golduck, Sable. I feel like I'm saying the poker rap. Dodrio, Farfetch. Ew, really? Altaria, Kangaskhan, Banette, Magmar, Pinsir, Macargo. Rapidash, Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, Lickitung, Scyther, Chansey, Solrock, Stormy. Electabuzz, so this is one of the first Pokemon we can use a repeat ball on when we see it. Swellow, Snorlax, Poliwrath, Mr. Mime, Dugtrio. This concerns me. Manectric, this also concerns me. As is that. Also, yeah. Those three are involved? And a Dragonite. So in the last game, we got T-Tar and Metagross. In this game, we can get Dragonite and Salamence. Well, it's complete. I almost said Trifecta. That wouldn't be right. I guess Quadfecta? Because in Gen 3, there were 2 pseudo-legendaries, and I really want them to undo the whole it has to be Dragon-type trend. Because since Gen 3, it's always been a Dragon-type. Garchomp, Hydreigon, Goodra, Komodo, Dragapult, and Arctibax, Frigibax, whichever one it is. They've all been dragons. We've been robbed! Huh? Darn it, give it back! Bring it back! Those two weird guys took off with a shadow Pokemon. One had like a mohawk, and the other had hair like a ball. Darn it, they made off with the last shadow Pokemon that came off the production line before it shut down. Gee, I wonder who that was. Was it Dragonite? You know, there is one thing that always eluded me. How did they make the Pokemon Shadow fight in Colosseum? That's never been that was never explained. They artificially did it, but with what? Is it? Do they do it in the Shadow Pokemon Lab? I guess. Is that what they were using that for? Because if so, that's no wonder. How's that for a plot twist? Honestly, it's way more lame and predictable than the last game's plot twist was. Anyway, until next time, Ryu and Kage 3-3 signing off.